Now, many of you will know that when it comes to demand, Nio has got it all. I mean, ever since the end of April to date, Nio demand has been exceptionally great. And one of the things, or one of the first things that fueled the demand into Nio was obviously the cut or the price cuts onto battery rentals, which you all know by now that standard battery pack 70 kilowatts for the Nio battery is around 728 RNB, whereas for the long range it's 1128. This is one of the things that fueled into orders spiking onto Nio. Another thing that also helped Nio orders to spike was, of course, the incentive subsidies which China introduced of those that are exchanging their old cars, whether be it gas cars or EV cars, into new gas or EV cars. But obviously what we are seeing onto China is that they are prioritizing, or their top priority is to see everyone going to buy new energy vehicle cars, which is why the subsidies for new energy vehicle cars it's higher than that of gas cars. Now the reason why I'm talking about this is that apparently on Tuesday during the national holiday, what we saw coming from China, or what people were experiencing, those that were in China, is that stores were flooded. Stores for new energy vehicles were flooded, as per this article I was reading today. And for a store like Nio, it witnessed 50% more customers than it usually gets on a weekend. You'll know that weekend is mostly days where we see people going to see their cars, because most of the people are busy during the week. They are at work, and therefore it is expected that during the weekend you will get to see more visitors or more people, potential customers, coming in to view the car. And this time around, during the Chinese national holiday, which was on Tuesday, the numbers were 50% more than what they usually be, which is something that is pretty exciting, because weekend, like I say, we usually see big numbers as people are more relaxed and they can easily go and look and shop for cars. Now, this is something that is just so incredible, amazing. I mean, you will know that last week over the weekend, we were talking about a certain Nio store that saw all of their floor models sold out. So they've got nothing. All the demo cars on the stores, on that specific store, were sold out, which shows you the kind of demand we are witnessing, we are seeing onto Nio. Now, apparently there is one Nio client or potential Nio customer that visited a Nio store, and as they were shopping around for new energy vehicle cars because of subsidies, they found themselves onto visiting a Nio store. And guess what? Because they were also visiting or viewing other new energy vehicle cars, when they got to Nio, it was different, because over and above the space that you get when you buy Nio cars, because this family is quite big and therefore wanted a big SUV, they said one thing they like about Nio is because of battery swapping station technology. So it goes back to what we were saying yesterday, and that is battery swapping station is one of the things that attracts people into coming and want to buy the Nio cars, which is one thing that will continue making Nio to do very well even in the future. So getting to see this guy coming, or this family coming, and say that because of battery swapping station, because of the space that they found onto Nio cars, they are going to go for Nio. They are going to swap their old SUV or gas or engine SUV for a Nio car. They feel much comfortable going for Nio, which is something that just is so amazing, and it makes me wonder the kind of orders that Nio scoped this week, especially also because of the Chinese national holiday which was taking place. Tomorrow it's Saturday. We are going to get more orders from Nio, because people are going to visit those Nio store, and very soon, or in the next 2 weeks, they will be receiving their models, and that's if they don't have, or the kind of spec which they want of their models is not on inventory cars, right? So yeah, man, it's pretty exciting. It's amazing to see this kind of news coming from Chinese consumers of indicating that Nio is a good company not only because of its spacious technology, beauty, but because of also battery swapping station, which is something that is just so incredible. I mean, battery rentals, as I've told you, standard packs, battery packs for Nio, you rent it for 728 RNB. Long range, that is your 150 kilowatts battery, you rent it for 1128 RNB, which is just so amazing, so incredible. I mean, for Onvo, you know that battery rentals, I think for standard battery packs it's around $73, and for the long range I think it's just around $127 a month, which is something that is so great, so amazing. And once again, it is also going to attract a lot of the people, customers for Onvo, to come and want to buy Onvo cars because it supports battery swapping. So I'm happy, man. I'm excited. When I read this story, I just thought I'd give it to you because these are some of the good news that we are seeing coming from China. To know that on Tuesday, stores were flooded in Shanghai, stores were flooded. It is something that is so great, and it gives us the confidence that we will be able to maintain the 20,000 deliveries on a month to month because the orders keeps on coming, because people are not stopping to go to Nio stores to place their orders in order for them to buy Nio cars. And they are doing this because, or part of the reason they are doing this is because of Nio supports battery swapping stations. I mean, you'll know that as per the president of Nio said, since March of this year to date, or since they adjusted their battery rentals to date, 70% of the people that are buying Nio, they are subscribing to bus, which is something that is pretty exciting. And it no wonder, or it is with no brainer that this is the reason why we are seeing also battery swaps being completed on a single day, going over 100,000, which is the first time. And the more Nio sell their cars, the more Onvo sell their cars, is the more the users for both those brands will go and perform battery swaps, because I mean, it is just so decent, it is just so convenient. And we saw some of the areas in China during the holiday receiving special treatments, receiving a dedicated lane, going to a battery shopping station, which is just so amazing, so incredible. So yeah, man, I just thought I'd just give you this quick update. Tell me what you think about this. I think these are massive bullish news. This is great news, and those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price, which by the way it closed below $7 yesterday, and I see a lot of people some of the people or investors are starting to panic. I mean, will be rewarded in the long term. So do your own due diligence, decide what you want to do with your money, and make sure that you make a wise decision. As for me and some of the retail investors, we are definitely going to remain bullish, long and strong onto Nio, because we know one thing, and that is blue sky is coming. Otherwise, that's all from me. I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.